See what Stefano Pioli will bring for al-Nassr. Stefano Pioli loves a high-pressing system. Now, I'm not saying it'll rigidly shut down opponents, but his pressing works. The thing is, al-Nassr has Ronaldo and Sadio Mane, and yeah, both are aging. I've seen their agility drop, and they won't support Pioli's pressing as effectively. They just don't have the legs anymore, no matter how much they push. So Pioli's high press, not going to be as impactful as he'd like. Now, Pioli's teams have always struggled against the big boys. I've seen it countless times. Pioli's been slow to make tactical adjustments in the big matches. It's like watching the same problem repeat over and over again, but that's not even the most concerning issue. The most dangerous thing is when the crucial moment arrives, when you need an immediate response to control the game. In those situations, we see coaches like Guardiola or Ancelotti making quick decisions. But Pioli? Nah, he's slow, painfully slow actually. By the time he reacts, the match has already gotten out of hand. And yeah, that's when al-Nassr is going to suffer. Some matches, this delay will cost them crucial points they can't afford to lose. I notice Pioli has a solid plan A for any match, no doubt, but his tactics lack depth. When plan A doesn't work, his team struggles in that match. It's clear. He doesn't easily switch into plan B, and that's another flaw. He just doesn't have the flexibility for a match when it's needed most. And Pioli's system doesn't create chances like you'd expect. I've seen teams that, by the way they play, just create goal-scoring chances automatically, disorganizing the opponent. But Pioli's approach doesn't do that. He overly relies on players' individual brilliance to create chances. The issue is, if you depend on individual creativity, you need multiple creative players, which al-Nassr simply doesn't have. This will lead to fewer chances. It means they will have to be clinical. If they miss a big chance, yeah, they're going to struggle, and struggle hard. And when opponents block that creative supply, it's game over. If key players are injured or off form, Pioli's team just doesn't produce the chances they need. Another big problem is, when the opposition sets up a low block, Pioli has no significant tactics to unlock them. His side will be frustrated, stuck, unable to break that defense. Pioli's tactics do not show positive adaptability in tight situations, and that's when games are lost. Right there, when there's no adaptability to respond. Oh, and his build-up from the back? It's a complicated process, and in football, complications mean vulnerabilities. Often, his team is exposed if opponents press aggressively. Al-Nassr's defense right now is shaky, plain and simple. Under pressure, they are not reliable, and that's dangerous. Opponents who know how to press can dismantle them, no question. It's no surprise that al-Nassr is already struggling, and their struggle won't disappear overnight. But why did al-Nassr management actually choose Pioli? This decision raises serious questions about the club's direction and vision. What were they thinking? Where's this club headed? Now, let's see what Pioli does best. The best thing about Pioli I've seen over the years is that he organized the squad as a unit. Stefano Pioli knows how to turn a group of players into a team. Pioli doesn't build around one star player. It's about teamwork, unity. Everyone attacks, everyone defends. You'll notice that under Pioli, every player fights for the cause. And for this reason, you'll see it. Any ordinary player steps up and becomes a beast on the field. They become more than teammates. They become a family on the pitch. And that's the biggest problem for al-Nassr right now. This team isn't organized. They go out on the field, running in all directions without cohesion. If they score, they win. If not, they lose. It's chaos. Look at footage of al-Nassr games. You'll see it. They lack shape, discipline, and coordination. If Pioli can make them play as a team, their level will rise drastically. I've seen him do it before. That's what al-Nassr wants from him now. What else can I say about Pioli's man management? Just awesome. Think you are the coach of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and having Zlatan actually listen to you and follow your lead. I repeat, Zlatan actually listens to you and follows your lead. Crazy, right? So a person who can manage a tough personality like Zlatan can manage anyone. As there is Ronaldo in al-Nassr, there is Mane. Now, if you bring in a coach who can't manage these egos, you're asking for trouble. Ego clashes will tear the team apart. Egos as big as these can either lift or destroy a team. What will happen to the atmosphere in the team then? Forget about performance. Ego management is crucial, and I'm telling you, you are going to see a more refined Ronaldo under Pioli. Just wait. Next, Look at the al-Nassr squad. All the key players are around 30 or over 30. Do you think they can play every match in the season at their best? No, it's impossible. Ronaldo, Mane, and others will need rest. This requires squad rotation. But there are lots of managers who are scared to rotate. They fear the backlash if things go wrong. What if the rotated players perform rubbish? What if the fans revolt after a loss, etc., etc.? Now your squad is such that you need to rotate, but the coach is not at all willing to rotate. So, if rotation is not done, al-Nassr players' performance will drop. The result? Losing points one after another. Zinedine Zidane is most famous for this rotation policy. One of the big reasons for Zidane's success is his rotation policy, but Pioli? He isn't afraid to rotate his players. In fact, he does it regularly, and al-Nassr will benefit from this. Only by rotating effectively will their chances of success improve. Tell me honestly, do you really think al-Nassr's local players is quality-full? Nah, it's not. Their rivals have stronger local players. Also, none of the foreign signings won't single-handedly crush the opposition. So, does Pioli have enough quality players on the bench for rotation? No. So what's the solution? These players need to be developed, not just played. Both the raw foreign talent and the local Saudi players need improvement. If the players don't develop, a strong team cannot be built. Now, al-Nassr can't just hire a coach who only focuses on developing players, nor can they hire a coach who's solely focused on winning titles. I'll explain in another video why al-Nassr can't go to a coach with a reputation for winning titles right now. So they need someone who can build a strong team while also developing players. And among coaches who fit this profile, Pioli stands out as one of the best available. Now the question remains, how will Pioli use these players? One of his best qualities is his tactical flexibility. He doesn't rigidly stick to one tactic. If something isn't working, he adjusts and switches different tactics. He tries to strike a balance in tactics. It will also have his tactical philosophy and will try to use the quality players he has. That adaptability will be key for al-Nassr. So what do you think now? Appointing Pioli, was it another mistake by al-Nassr, or could they finally make a shrewd decision they desperately needed? Tell me, do you think Pioli is the right coach for them? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Stay with me. I'll be back soon with more revelations.